All right, good morning everybody. So today's the day I'm going to make a major change here in my Hotshot truck. Since my mom passed, I'm going to start trying to make some longer hauls, and I've looked at a couple loads I thought of taking, but sleeping arrangements, I'm sure this seat is not as uncomfortable as some, but I do have a mattress from my mom's hospital bed I plan to utilize. So yesterday I picked up a portable AC unit, which I'm going to mount in this general area here, maybe at a little bit of an angle. The vent hose, I'm planning on putting it out through these trucks have these vents here in the back. This is a single hose air conditioner, and it has just the one big hose. So I'm planning on trying to put that out in one vent hole and rig up the other one so it'll draw air from outside into the air inlet. You know, just in other words, I'm gonna close off a chamber around the bottom of this unit to force it to pull outside air in for cooling the condenser coil. It'll make it a lot more efficient. But anyway, I did order a generator. It's going to be small enough to fit inside one of these boxes. Not sure exactly how I'm going to utilize it yet. Well, I'm going to try running drill a hole for the muffler, you know, pipe to go out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. That's supposed to arrive Tuesday. This is Saturday. So my focus right now is going to be to get this back seat out of here, kind of fit the air conditioner up, see how it's all going to work in there. I'm figuring if the air conditioner is going to sit here in this area here, I could have my feet over here, head up there. Another possibility is to take that passenger seat out, maybe even the center console out. I'm not sure how if that's bolted up separately or not. I can't remember. I have not had the seats out of this truck, so I'm not sure about that. So I'm going to try to save it for now, but yeah. So let me get the seat out of here, bring the air conditioning unit out here, and kind of get a rough idea how things are going to start, and then we'll go from there. Hang on. All right, so this is just a kind of a mock-up of how I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do this. So I've got the discharge hose. It's going out this one port. You see there's two ports on these trucks. They're designed to, when you slam the door, it has little flappers. It'll keep you from popping your ears, you know, allow you to close the doors. So this is just a mock-up, just to try this out. I can feel this hose is getting hot. So my plan is to make a platform, and this will be underneath the platform. I may raise the air conditioner up, I'm not sure. So the platform, and then you're going to have your mattress on top of that. Your mattress is going to wind up being close up here around the top of the window, which also gives you the most headroom. I hadn't measured it, but it's be just about long enough for me to stretch completely out, which would be awesome. I'm going to measure that here in just a moment. I'll give you a number, because I'll roll a window down to do that maybe. But so this is your air intake to the evaporator. This is taking the warm air in the room, cool it off, and it blows out the top. This top here has a swing, and it's unfortunate that it's got to aim it that way, but I can actually, on the other side over here, I can feel the breeze coming down this window. So it's going up and over and back down, which is actually very good the way it's working. So maybe that'll work out. So, but I'm gonna have to make a some kind of piece to come up here to get enough airflow for this, and also to allow you to clean that air filter. This will be the most common maintenance item right here, is just clean that air filter there. And of course you'll have to be able to access this. So what I'm thinking about doing is making a box that this thing sits in, connected up to this outside, this hole here. So I don't have to modify the truck in any way, and that'll pull air in from outside to go through this right here. This is a one hose design, it would just take your cold room air and suck it through the condenser and outside, so you're going to be sucking in outside air, which is just warm, humid air. So this, by me getting this, basically by enclosing this and connecting it up to here, that'll allow me to have outside air go through the condenser coil and then back out, so I'm not wasting my air conditioning air. So that'll have this thing running less, and it'll put less of a strain on my generator. And the generator I ordered is a 2,500 watt generator, 1.1 gallons, which is supposed to run 11.5 hours at 25% load. Well, this thing's gonna draw a lot more than 25% load, and I want to be able to sleep with it all night long without running out of gas. So I'm gonna have to get it as efficient as possible. So I will just get a small fan and run it, just keep the air moving. It won't take hardly anything at all to do that. So so yeah, so this is my concept. I will probably go buy a air conditioning fitting to replace this right here. I mean, that would work, but I'll see if I can find a better size, because this is a little bit wider than the hole and a little bit smaller this way. So it would actually, if I cut it like here, it'd probably be about the right size. So I may try to find a transition, say at Home Depot or something like that, to fit that. That way I don't have to tear that up. If I have to, I could put this in this window, but I want to keep this window as a window. I can feel it pulling air in, so this is, I've got to get this boxed in, because it's pulling air in from other places. That's the air is starting to feel good. You can see what it's doing. It's fogging up the windows over there. So yeah, I'll have to, you know, these windows are tinted really dark. You cannot see in them, but I will take and get some of that insulation put on there. All those little things will help. Now I'm going to be selling this truck after I buy a semi, so I'm not going to keep, I don't want to tear up the piece that was on there. I have some other ones. I'll just take one of the other ones I have and cut it up, and then save the seat and that original piece. So when I go to sell a truck, I can put it back to factory. Now I installed this window myself, but it's going to stay with the truck when I sell it. But yeah, it's starting to feel good in here. I mean, if I just relax a little bit, it's about cool enough for me to be able to lay down and fall asleep. And I'm sure it wouldn't take long before I'd have to be under some covers. Yeah, so I'm happy with this. It's gonna work. Now I'm figuring my mattress is gonna be up here. I'm gonna lose my rear speakers. There's really nothing I can do about that. But you know, this is a diesel, it's loud, so I just shift it to the front. So but with the mattress being up here, I'm gonna have plenty of room to stretch out, and I can go caddy corner. Man, I know I watched the video this morning. The guy was 6'4", and he stretches all the way out. So anyway, let me get to doing some measurements and figuring. I'm enjoying this air conditioning right now. It's starting to feel really good in here. So let me do some figuring out, and I'll get back with you. All right, well, I got my AC pretty well installed, so I'm just showing you here. It's getting hot here in this truck right now. It's 83 degrees, getting warmer. I'm gonna turn the AC on, and let's see what this thing is gonna do. Okay, I gotta take this swing. Okay. Immediate relief. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I've got this thing darked out. The windshield is the biggest pain in the butt. I made it in two pieces. But you see, I'm out in the sunshine with my truck. So I've made 3 separate pieces for the back. That way I can take that middle piece out and slide that window if I don't need to run the AC. These back windows, they're going to stay in all the time, and of course you can't drive with these up here. So My AC, I built a box to wrap around the entire bottom of this thing, and it's open to the outside. There's a hole where the normal vent is. It's about 3 1/4 by 6 3/4 opening. Over here I made a transition piece out of tin. It goes from that rectangle shape to a 6-inch circle, and it goes through this duct. That's the hot air discharge off the AC. That's taking the air that's cooling condenser coil, going outside, and it's pulling outside air in to go there. So I'm not wasting my inside air. Of course, I don't have this sealed up real good. Get everything all said and done, I'll probably put some tape on there. Like I said, you know, you get to a point you just get tired of dealing with it. So that insulation up around the box itself, that's really thick. It's like 2 inch square. It's bigger than what I need. It's just what I bought. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this thing cool down a little bit. I know it probably sounds loud on the video. It did when I was playing yesterday's content, but it's actually a comfortable level. It's not too noisy at all. It's maybe just a little bit noisier than my window air conditioner, and I run my window air conditioner year round. I mean, for the noise, and I like to sleep with it cold. So yeah, so I gotta just check this out, see how it's gonna do, and then I'm gonna start building my bed. This is Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the generator should arrive, and we'll have to do like I think it's like a 5-hour. You gotta run for like 5 hours and then change the oil, and then it's good to go. It's like a break-in period. So anyway, I see the temperature dropping. Yesterday it didn't do like that. It wouldn't drop. For one, the way it's hooked up, yeah, it's steadily dropping. Where my head is, it feels really good. So you notice this thing has a swing, so you can have it when it goes up and down automatically, or I can stop it in any position I want. So it's hitting that wall, going up over the ceiling, and it comes back down. And this corner here is the corner where my head's going to be, so it'll probably feel pretty good. But I will be putting a fan in here. I'm not sure where I'm going to mount it. Maybe use that connection there where the back seat belts were. I'm not sure. I'm not going to drill, you know, holes and stuff in this truck. I mean, it's this. I buy the semi. I'm going to sell this truck, so I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, so I'm gonna let this thing run a little bit and see how it does, and see if I can get myself cold in here. Like I said, it's parked in the sun. It's a dark blue truck. I'm seeing 81.3. Temperature steadily dropping. So yeah, I'll get back with you in a little bit here. Hang on. All right, it's been half an hour. Just a little under 76 degrees. So I shut the truck off before I even turned the thing on, so it is slowly cooling down. It's certainly comfortable enough to sleep. Like I said, I sleep with my window air conditioner in my bedroom, and I have it set for like 65, so I like it cold. But one thing I noticed is that the headliner, you can feel it's pretty warm. I mean, that sun is beaming down out there on this roof. Imagine if you had to sleep during the heat of the day, you could probably throw a couple of your shipping blankets, you know, up there on top of the roof just to block that sun. But probably, I don't know. It might be worth trying. So what I got to do next is I got to work on my bed. So the height of the top of this box right here, that's gonna be the height of my bed. So after you put the mattress on there, I'll be up around the top of the the top of that little ledge there on the window, so that'll give me my widest point. I measured it the other day. It's a little over 6 feet wide, so I'm 5'9", so I'll be able to stretch completely out, and especially I probably wind up sleeping at a little bit of an angle. So I got to figure out how I want to do this. Gonna have plenty of storage underneath here. This duct here, it was just a plastic duct, and it got pretty warm. So when I redid my air conditioning about 4 years ago, this here is actually an insulated duct for it's like the 14-inch duct. So I cut it and I just wrapped it and I've got it taped up there real good. Then where it's turned into a 90, I taped it up really good just to keep this from getting damaged, you know, when I'm stowing tools and stuff up underneath here. So so this is insulated. This I mean, it feels cool. I feel some heat right here. This little clip right here was designed to hold this up against the edge there. I didn't want there to be any air leaking. So yeah, I'm happy with the air conditioner. It's going to work out. I'm sure if I wasn't in the direct sunlight, you know, this it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I mean, it's right about the hottest time of day. So this is a good test. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep at night. It'll be a little bit cooler. So it's I think 87 degrees outside. You know, if it was 80 degrees outside, 75 degrees outside, you know, it would get cold in here with this air conditioner. There's no doubt about it. So let me get to working on my bed and go from there. By the way, this section right here, there's a lot of screws in it, but this is the part where if I take this side here apart, I can lift the unit up straight up out of the top of it. This is the air filter that's going to catch, say, the dog hair and stuff like that. The other one is just taking outside air. Shouldn't get dirty very often, but it won't be too hard to take these off. The duct work, it just kind of, it's like a twist lock. It just turns a little bit and it pulls out. I'll be able to pick that up, clean it, whatever I got to do, put it back in there, seal it back up. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm probably going to make some kind of guard to go here, just to keep this from getting blocked, you know, by a blanket or something like that. So I'll have to cut my mattress to fit around that. So that's where we're at. Let me get to designing my bed and figure out how I want to do it, and then I'll show you the finished product. Catch y'all later. Alright, so I got the platform done. It's stable. It ain't going nowhere. Got 5 screws running down each one of these 4x4s. These 4x4s all across the front, one in the middle. And of course, it's attached to the box over there, which is bolted down with one of the cab bolts. Just a 2x4 over this corner here. I may add another one on the other side of this here, just to keep this from sagging right there. But I'm gonna go cool off, and then I'm gonna take a look at that mattress. I've got a mattress that's 38 by, I think it's 75 or 78, something like that. And I got to cut out a corner for that air conditioner. So see how that goes. Once I got that in there, then really we'll know. And now I pull the seat all the way forward. There's lots of room right here. I'm up in the air about taking this center console out. I really love driving with the center console, but to make it easier getting in and out, I think I'm gonna have to take the thing out of there. I may rig me up a seat that I can sit facing backwards, so I can sit at a comfortable height without, you know, I can sit on top of that right there. If it weren't for the light, you know, my head would just clear. But yeah, that's not going to last too long. That cover is going to get messed up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, see if I can't make some kind of chair or something to go in there. Just to, like I said, so when you're sitting there doing you know, working on a computer or something like that, you can sit straight up, not be all hunched over. So that's where we're at. It's looking good so far. Catch you later. Alright, well, my little plate toy arrived today, and it is little. So this is a 2500 watt inverter generator. The reason I bought this instead of buying the 4500 is that this should run my air conditioner all by itself, and I figured if I wind up needing more capacity in the future, I'll buy a second one of these, and you can parallel them up. But this way, two small generators, if one craps out, you still got a generator. So not only that, but this thing will fit in my toolbox. Might have to bend, you know, twist a little bit, get it in there, but it should fit in there if the measurements are correct. It looks tall, so it may not fit, but it's supposed to. So anyway, added the oil. They give you oil. It's a small container. It was only half full. It was not enough to fill it, so I don't know what their problem is. It's supposed to be half a liter of oil, but they had a half-liter container that was about half full. So I had to go buy some more oil, which I needed anyway, and you know, I had to go buy a gas can, some gas. So I filled it up. It's been running 5 or 10 minutes, and they tell you to run it at half load. So the thing is rated, according to you can see that it's 1850. It's 2500 watt peak. So don't let that number fool you. So it's rated for 1850. That's the normal maximum load. So this is 1200 watts. Fired it first time and just see what this thing does as far as sound goes. That's really not bad. So while that's running, here is my mattress. Y'all ever had to cut down a spring type mattress? It is a load of joy. So I cut a little bit, you know, left it a little bit long. I'm gonna have to trim it more at the other end up there. It's right up against the filter there, so I got to take another row of springs out. So I can lay down with my shoes on, you know, full length. I normally sleep on my stomach or halfway on my side with my arm up over my head, so it's tight. But it's doable. So I'm gonna get inside here. Just want to hear the sound level of this generator, what it's going to sound like inside this truck with the door closed. That's why I've got it set up there on the back. Okay, that's real quiet. That's certainly quieter than them running the engine here. So that sounds good. So you've got to do this break-in period. A little bit louder on this side here, facing that exhaust. So my plan was to take and set it up to go in this box. And with it in there, I can, the pull start will be on this side here, the exhaust space out the back. I've seen online where people modify the exhaust, and there would be a couple of bolt holes that hold that spark arrestor on that they use to put a flange and run some exhaust tubing out. Okay, this thermostat cycle. So, but anyway, that's, I didn't see the bolts holding the spark arrestor on, so I'm not sure, you know, how I'll deal with that. But we'll figure out something. It's not going to just sit up on the deck for somebody to steal. That's just not going to happen. I thought about, you know, if this was really loud, I could take and put it up on the trailer, build a box to house it. I may still do that, but I really want it in the truck. I want the truck to be self-contained, so that you know, sometimes I can haul a load without a trailer. So so that's where we're at. I gotta get back to working on that that bed, and let this thing sit there and waste some gas doing this break-in period. So I'll catch y'all later. I just thought I would try something. I hooked my fan up, and it really didn't change the I think it's changed to maybe just a little bit. So a little bit of a load, it didn't ramp it up very far. And then this hot plate draws more than that air conditioner draws. It doesn't have to start up like the air conditioner does, but it's 1200 watts. My air conditioner should be running around 900. So maybe this thing will ramp down a little bit. The thermostat just kicked in. I'm gonna take a break. When I come back, I'm gonna work on my on my bed, and I'm gonna take the center console out and figure out the rest of my amenities. So I'll catch y'all later. All right, well, I'm in here enjoying this cool air. So I took in, while I'm doing my break-in, I decided to give this AC and compressor combination a try. I had to take springs out of this thing several times. I had to work at a little bit, take enough springs out and fold this all back. I just taped it up just so I clear that air conditioner vent. So hooked it up, and the first time the air conditioner kicked in, it didn't want to start. So it tripped it out. So I reset it, and then I turned the fan on low, and it started that time. So I'm gonna let this thing cool down a little bit and see what it's gonna do. I'm gonna sit here and kick back and relax a little bit. Just I may take and put this thing in the backyard, or maybe here in the driveway. Maybe I'll spend the night in the truck tonight, just see. I'm going to figure out with, you know, just what I need to do for. I've got a small TV. And that corner would be the right corner for it, but that's also the way the air blows. If I can make something to put it right above the air conditioner, it'd probably be okay. Just have to figure out a way to mount it. And I got to keep in mind that whatever is back here, you don't want to come through the driver's head if something happens. So, you know, the TV's not real important. I don't really watch that much TV, but it was just a thought. So kind of be nice to have a shelf up in this area where I can stick a microwave on. But if you look at my feet, there's not a whole lot of room right here. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. We'll have to figure that out. So anyway, it's nice and quiet in here. Like I said, I've got the fan on low. Still got a really good breeze. You know, I can feel it basically it's hitting the roof over the top of my head and coming back down. I may redirect this, you know, maybe with a fan in the corner I can redirect it towards the front, let it circle instead of just coming straight at me. But like I said, it feels real good in here. So that's where I'm at. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm not sure about that generator. Hindsight's 2020. You know, I want the generator to be big enough to handle at least the air conditioner, maybe a fan. Also, I mean, I've got lights. Lights is not really a big deal. I mean, these lights aren't gonna you know, make a big difference on a batteries to truck. But like I say, it don't take much to run on a small light, even off that generator. But so, you know, I could buy a second generator, but I want one generator to handle the load. The second generator I want for, you know, extra cooking equipment and that kind of stuff. Because I bought the one. If I have the second one, I want, if either one of them goes down, I still want the redundancy of still be able to run the basic equipment. You know, I can run my air conditioner off of that, and if I want to cook, I can shut the AC off. I can start the truck up, keep the truck cool while I'm cooking, or just cook outside. You know, so that's where we're at. I'll sit here and relax a little bit and see if this thing's gonna cycle off and cycle back on and whatnot, and I'll let y'all know what happens. Hang on. Alright, so I've been playing here a little bit, and so when I bumped the thermostat up a few notches to get it shut off, of course the fan keeps running for 2 minutes, then it shuts off. Well, it gets pretty warm in here pretty quick, and I think the problem is that the airflow was just coming straight up, back around to where my head is, and then right back to the air conditioner. So this back part of the truck gets nice and cool. I mean, I actually got chilly, so but the front of the cab is staying warm because the air is not directed up there. So I just started playing with this extra foam, this bubble wrap stuff that I used for the windows, and got it set up with a I stuck my book in here because my feet were getting cold, so it's gonna take a little bit of tweaking. You know, it has the damper in there that when you shut the unit off, it's gonna close itself. So unless I hack that thing completely out of there, I can't make anything too permanent. If I did, you know, come up on the right shape and everything, have how to direct this air, then, you know, I can kind of make something a little more permanent. But this is feeling pretty good. I'm sitting up in the cab now, I mean, the air is blowing basically right now. It's blowing the back of my head, just on the other side of the. Let me turn these other lights on. So the blowing straight at me here, so it's coming straight up to the windshield, and not really returning all the best. So I need to kick it a little bit. I need to deflect it this way a little bit, and then I can have, you know, I need to get a circular pattern. It's got to circle around and come back to that air conditioner. So this is better than what it was. It feels okay over there in the corner. That's where my head's going to be. It's you know, if you get it right, then you don't have to have the thermostat set too low, and the unit can cycle on and off, and, you know, save on fuel, because this thing runs wide open all night. I'm not going to get it may shut off after 6 hours on low fuel or something, and I don't want that. I want to get, you know, I want to be able to sleep all night through. And of course, you know, it's 89 degrees outside right now. I'm in the sun with this truck. Did not use the AC of the truck to cool the truck down first. This is all just on my portable AC unit, so so it's gonna work. It's just gotta tweak it a little bit. Another thing, if you notice, I took my the center seat with the console. I missed my console. I like driving with my elbow on there, but you know, this makes it so much easier. You know, I've got carpeting that I can, like I said, I can kick my shoes off, roll up into the bed, and I'm gonna come up with some kind of little stool or something to put down in here, so I can sit, and this will be like a table. It'd just be a whole lot more comfortable than, you know, either sitting in a driver's seat all the time. You can't really sit up on this bed. I mean, you can see, I mean, those windows are 18, 19 inches tall, the glass part, so you've only got maybe at most 24 inches. I mean, you know, so you'll be hunched over. There's no way to get comfortable like that. A bunch of pillows, you know, you can have your upper body kicked up some, but it's not going to be all the way up. So for sitting up, I need to come up with something that I can do, you know, like in the center console area. But the mattress is, I thought it was 38 inches wide. It's only 36. It doesn't quite push all the way over into the corner. I mean, it's pretty close, but I cut the wood at 36, and it's almost 2 inch. The top part there comes out and over, because where the back part of the cab sticks in a little bit. So it's pretty much up against there. So the wood is back just a little bit. So plenty of clearance for getting, you know, like I say, for having a tote or some totes or whatever down here with your clothes and everything in it, your food, whatnot, and tools and everything behind it that's accessible from the two passenger doors. So it's gonna work out pretty good. Just got to get it like where everything's smooth, you know. And then I'm thinking about my dog. I've got to bring one of my dogs with me. I have 2 intact males, and they do not get along. They're playing that little alpha games that they play, you know, and so for me to be able to keep 3 of them loose in the house, I have to bring one of them with me, which is my oldest male. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But if I had been able to leave the console in there, I could have flipped it up, and he had plenty of room to stretch out and sleep up on these chairs. But that's just, you know, yeah, I can climb over it, but it's definitely not ideal. So I'm gonna have to figure out his sleeping arrangements. Yeah, we'll figure something out for him. All right, well, this is about it. Besides getting all my gear stowed in here, I've got everything pretty much situated. I got my generator installed, and I've got it inside my toolbox. I've got the exhaust out here. I've put the spark arrestor on the end of this 90. I've got 3 air inlets here. If I wind up having problems with the tire slinging water that way, I figured I would just take and hang something down from here, just a deflector. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. My generator, I've got strapped into place, and I tell you, this really fought me. I had to really work at it to get something to work here. There's where the exhaust goes out. I didn't even bother putting a screw in this. I took and drove a socket inside. This is a piece of 3/4 inch EMT socket conduit, and I drove a socket into it to expand it, because this is the same outside diameter as the exhaust port on the generator. So then it's just a compression connector, a coupling, another compression connector, and a 90-degree sweep. I cut that back now. I cut it back a little bit, about an 1.1/8 or 1.25 off of that. So, and here's my. I've got a 20 amp plug, number 12 wire, which is good for like 25 amps. This thing's not gonna pull, you know, you're not gonna get 16, 17 amps out of it max. You might possibly hit 20 at a peak, but so that wire's certainly ready for it. And I actually ran it inside of some conduit, just plastic conduit. Did not have to drill a hole in the truck. There is a little grommet on both sides of the truck, and this it's a 1/2 inch pipe thread on there. It's screwed right into it, and I put a nut on it, and then it comes in here. I have it run back over there, and I mounted a 4x4 box. I didn't have two 20 amp outlets. I just had the one. Really doesn't need to be, you know, any more than what I have right there. The air conditioner's plugged into it, and then I figured I'd just put a little power strip just for running little things, like if you can run, you know, my laptop or anything like that on there. So there's four 4x4s holding the bed up, and of course the bed sits on the air conditioner box. Another thing I did is I have this transition, this ductwork. It goes from 6-inch round to this rectangle, and then I put a deflector on there. I had to take and put something outside here just to keep that from pulling inward. Not that it was really going to go anywhere, but just to make sure it doesn't vibrate loose and want to leak a little bit of water in there. So to fuel this thing, what I have to do is I have to unstrap it. I just pick it up, tilt it this way, set it right here, can fuel it up, and just return it back. So I'm gonna turn this thing on. It's all the way to the choke. And you can hear that really knocks that sound down quite a bit. So find my remote, see if we can't turn this thing on. I've got all my I gotta reset that little outlet there. I got all this junk up here. I've got to find a home for it. Been vacuuming, you know, all the debris and everything out of here. So I got to reset this thing here. Make sure it's okay. The light's on. Let's see if this will. Let me try to up here. Let's see. There we go. Damper opens up. Ooh, I don't know if it's gonna. Yep, tripped out. So I don't know if this thing is, if the fan is on high. If the fan was on high, it did that the other day. I didn't think it was going to make it. Reset. See what happens. The day when I did this, Fan's on low. Fucking low. Be a delay on there. Let's see what happens here. I don't know, you know, this compressor, you may have to, I mean, shit, I keep calling it a compressor. Generator, you may have to warm it up a little bit before it's really ready to go. I'm not sure. Probably like a 2-minute delay. That's quite a difference. Sound level with that door closed. I'm gonna be real upset if this thing don't work. It worked fine all the other day. It did that. Okay, the fan is still running. I've got it on low. See what it's gonna do. So by doing that, by pressing and holding that fan, it says C1. The fan will run continuous. I don't know what the delay is for the alright, yeah, it kicked off that time. So it's gonna keep running. Here the generator's ramped up. But that don't sound very loud. I mean, I believe that's acceptable. It certainly is quiet inside the truck. So you can't really hardly hear it. So that's it. I mean, I gotta stow all my gear, figure out everything, where I'm going to put everything. I'm thinking about putting my cooler down back here. I have a tall, narrow one. You know, I'm gonna have to do the ice thing for now. I mean, you know, I'm obviously not gonna be able to run a refrigerator. Maybe if I get some extra batteries and inverter, but I'm just gonna play it by ear for now. One more thing that I bought, I'm gonna go, let me go get it, hang on. Alright, so this is the other thing I went and bought. I drove 80-some odd miles round trip to find this one. So this is gonna give me a reading, even if it's a low reading, but below the alarm setting. This is gonna tell me, it's showing 0 right now. It's gonna show me, like, you know, if it does alarm, whatever, or it's gonna give me a maximum reading that it's gotten. So with a gas generator, that's pretty critical that you have something like this on your vehicle. So it I'm gonna find a place to mount it, and it's it says you can't store it, you know, below 40 degrees. So in the winter time, if I'm not in the truck, you know, running heat or whatever, I'll have to bring it inside the house. But other than that, I hope my generator just cycled down. I guess it got cold enough in here. It got cold in here that quick that the thing just cycled off. It was set on like 73. So anyway, I'm happy. Running out of hours today. I've been planning on spending the night in this thing. I may do that tomorrow night or whatever. So I'll be. This is Thursday night. So I doubt I'm going to look for a load tomorrow. I think I'm just going to just get this thing situated. The other thing I need to do is I've got to set up blankets and stuff like that, clothes, everything I need to bring for being on the road for as much as I'm not gonna be on the road for even a week at a time. So I'm looking at 3 to 4 days is the target I'm looking for. So but I'll have to be prepared for the possibility. But I need to get my accounting software set up on my laptop. I've got to get where I can run my printer in here and the scanner. So if I get print out a Raycon, sign it, scan it in, send it off. I mean, you can do it from your phone, but that's a pain in the butt. So that's kind of stuff. Getting all that ready is going to take me a little bit extra time. So I'm figuring Monday I'm going to be planning on trying to hit the road. So anyway, this is to me it's a success, and except for trying it out here in the yard overnight just to see what it's gonna be like, and then tweak it if necessary. Other than that, I'm done. So I'll catch y'all later. Take care now. Well, bad news. This is a fail. This generator is not going to run inside this box. The compressor is overheating. It started acting funny. It had come off the load, and then it was stumbling. So it apparently is too hot for it in there. It's not getting enough air movement for cooling it. And this sucks. I really wanted this thing to be able to run inside of here. Yeah, I can store it in here, but now I've got to make a place where I can run it. Where I don't have to worry about somebody stealing it. Oh well. That's gonna be a job for tomorrow, because I'm done for the day. That just busted my bubble. I'll catch y'all later. Hi, just a quick update. So this has worked out really well. One thing I need to figure out is a good place to store the silver foil stuff. Right now I've just got it stuck between the bed and the doors. I just basically hold it in place, close the door on it. It's kind of a pain if I need to get my tools out. It wants to fall out. I initially put it underneath the bed, but then that's a pain in the butt getting it out from underneath there. So I do have to figure out where I want to store that. These blankets are a lot bigger, so I mean it creates a curtain from all my junk down underneath there. One thing I bought, I think I got this at I want to say a Walmart. So it just plugs into a USB. It'll sit there and charge itself. It's got a battery in there. It's got multiple speeds, and another one that simulates. It just varies the speed. It just simulates like just like the wind. But with this plugged in where it's at, it'll only run on the lowest speed, which was perfect. And it does have a light. It's got different colors or brightness, whatever. It's a huge clip on there, so you can clip it on about anything and turn it just about any direction you want. So very handy. That was real cheap. I mean, it was less than $20, and that I had it blowing towards my head over there in the corner, and it worked perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. I mean, it's silent. Just plug it into a cigarette lighter. Yeah, that was well worth. I don't need some big noisy fan. I thought a noisy, well, you run a generator, you got noise anyway. So, and as far as the generator goes, what I wound up doing with that, since it would not run inside that toolbox, is I drilled a hole, 2 holes right in here. These lines here represent the there is a beam underneath there. You can see it through that hole right there. So I've got a big heavy chain, and I just padlock it up over. I think this is locked. It's locked. I have a big heavy chain, 3/8 locking chain that I cut to length, and I got a big heavy duty padlock. So you can't even see the padlock. It's actually above my spare tire up there. Yeah, if somebody wants to cut the chain to get that, you know, I mean, I'm right inside the cab, so it's not like I'm not gonna hear it. The other thing I do is I have a tarp. I bought it's a fairly heavy duty tarp. It's a lot thicker than your standard tarps, you know, as far as, you know, homeowner type tarps. So I take and I curtain, I hang that up over the neck here. It just runs. I hook it over here, and I hook it up over here, and I make a tent. And it gets plenty of airflow through there, but it keeps the rain off there. So it has worked out really well. So that's yeah. So I still got to figure out, you know, where to put everything. But with my bed, you know, I did leave a lot of room. If you look at how tall that is, this is some of the highest area right here. So I think these are 20 some odd inches tall. I mean, it's pretty tall. It's quite a bit of room in there. I mean, you could almost consider it a bunk bed. I mean, there's plenty of room for putting your stuff underneath there. You don't need it when you're laying down. So but the important thing is that the height of this bed is right above the level of this window. So my feet can come all the way to here, and my head will not touch the other end, because that's 6 foot from this window to that window, and I'm 5'9". So yeah, now I like to sleep with my arm up over my head, or up, you know, my arm be underneath the pillow over my head, and so I touch both ends. But and yeah, it'd be nice to have a little bit more room. I got this on here because I need to work on this. This is just a temporary jury rig. I'll make something permanent, but my feet was getting real cold. Like I said, I tried it out here. I just parked in the front yard over there, and my feet got cold. So I do have 2 blankets on the bed. So if you get cold, at night, whatever, I like it cold. You know, I like to sleep in a cold room with extra blankets. That's just my personal preference. So I'm gonna call that basically done. It's just a matter of figuring out where and what to stash, you know, up underneath that bed, you know, on my junk. So anyway, that's it. Till next time, y'all have a good one.